my sewing room. My name is Robyn and I do sewing and crafting tutorials, but today is Friday Sews. And this week has been a little crazy with the hurricane and everything. I don't know if you know it, but I live in Florida and we live in a mobile home, so we had to evacuate because we thought the worst side of the hurricane was going to hit us. But at the last minute, it wobbled and went across the state, and the other side of the state got much worse than we did. But we evacuated and went to my husband's sister's house, and thankfully when we came back home we didn't have any damage other than there were some trees down in our neighborhood and the sign to our neighborhood fell down and one person lost their over roof. So it could have been much worse here, but thankfully we didn't have it too bad. But my heart goes out to all those that have been affected by the hurricane, and they are in my prayers. But just before we left to evacuate to my sister-in-law's house, I filmed a whole video on a quick and easy apron by using ribbon for the straps instead of making my straps, and it was a major fail. I had the whole thing videotaped, ready to edit, and then when I was cleaning up, I noticed the straps were starting to fray. And I washed and dried it and everything, and it seemed fine when I took it out of the dryer. And then when I saw that, I'm like, I can't upload that video because this was a major fail. Because normally when I do the quick and easy apron, I use grosgrain ribbon, but I saw this ribbon and it was so pretty and it felt like it would work because it's real sturdy and it's really soft, much softer than the grosgrain ribbon. So I said, let me try this ribbon, and it's beautiful. It looks like the sky, with blue sky with white clouds. And I found this fabric in my stash that matched it perfectly. But you can see it's starting to fray right here. It worked, but I guess these edges of this ribbon were not finished. But it did work. It came out pretty, but it's not gonna last very long. So I just couldn't post this on YouTube. After I finished filming for a couple of days and getting this all ready and realizing I can't even use it, I said, oh well, I gotta stop filming and start packing to leave to go to my sister-in-law's house, because I prepared for the worst but hope for the best. And I packed up a ton of stuff and took it over to my sister-in-law's house, and we had a great time over there because she's a crafter too, like me. She likes to sew and do a lot of paper crafts, and she taught me so many cool things that distracted me from worrying about the hurricane and if my house was still going to be here or not, because at that time we weren't sure where it was going. But I learned so many cool things that I want to share with you guys, so let me show you. To start off with, she made this birthday card for me. She knows I love pink, and it's so pretty. And then inside it had a little pocket here that had a gift card. And then she gave me this package. It had a little ribbon tie here. I don't know what I did with the ribbon, but it was so pretty with a little ribbon tie with a pack of cards that she made, and these were so beautiful. Look at this. I love that one. So pretty. Look at this card. Isn't that pretty? The card that really I fell in love with was, I'm like, this looks familiar. This is my watercolor painting that I did, and she took it and put a piece of paper behind it to bring out the colors, and she added this word, this cute little word, hello. And just adding the little bling and the word and the paper behind it made it really beautiful. I loved it. So she took me aside and she taught me how to put together some cards, and I can't wait to show you what she taught me. So my sister-in-law Annabelle, hi Annabelle if you're watching, I had so much fun with her. She kept me so distracted from the hurricane because we just stayed in her craft room the entire time. And wait till you see what she did. She took my love of watercolor, and I brought my watercolors to paint because I thought if we lost electricity, at least I could maybe watercolor paint with a candle. But I took and I painted a big sheet of watercolor, just of flowers, and then we cut it into pieces without even really looking at it. We just cut it into pieces, and look. we cut them and then glued them to cardstock and added a word, hello. I love that little hello, and a little bling. I don't know if you can see the bling. And this is my watercolor painting that didn't even look that good. It was just like a practice sheet of watercolor, and I just did a bunch of flowers and stuff. And then when we cut it up and we put it on cardstock, it made it look like a piece of art. I was shocked. So she really inspired me, because I never was much of a card maker at all. My passion is sewing, and I love painting watercolor. I'm not like a true artist, but I just love it. It's very relaxing for me. Here's another one. See, I didn't even like this when I painted the paint. This was like a blob that just kind of ran, but then in this, it kind of reminds me of a dandelion, like the shadow of a dandelion amidst the other flowers. I had so much fun. So what I'm gonna do is, as soon as I get all my supplies, I'm going to do a tutorial on how you can just do some watercolor paintings. It could be abstract, it could just be whatever. And I'm going to show how I did these flowers on my tutorial and show you how quickly and easily you can make some beautiful cards with your watercolor art. So that video will be coming soon. And I ordered the cutter that she used, this amazing cutter, because I have such a hard time cutting paper. I've tried so many different cutters, and it's just so hard, because I don't know if you know it, I'm blind in this eye, so lining things up and cutting is like my worst thing that I have to do. It's very difficult, but I do it. It's not going to stop me, because when I went blind in this eye, I'm like, it's not going to keep me from my crafts and my sewing. I will find a way, and I have found a way. It's amazing. Sewing is not so hard. I can line the fabric up with the foot, but when it comes to cutting and with the ruler, because my depth perception gets off a little bit, especially with trying to line things up. So I always line things up and say, my husband or my niece or somebody, come look at this. Is this straight? So this cutter was amazing. And when I get it, I'll unbox it and show you guys, because it cuts so perfectly straight, and it will cut little tiny slivers off and make it perfect and straight. It's amazing. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. I ordered it on Amazon, and it should be here next week. So I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make these cards with watercolor. And look what else we made. I made these earrings. You won't believe what I made them out of. Plastic containers that you buy fruit in, or any kind of plastic container that comes from the grocery store that you would recycle or throw away, we made earrings out of, which I love, because when earrings are too heavy, they give me a headache, they hurt my ears, and these earrings are lightweight. Look at how pretty. And you won't believe what we used to color these. Here's another one. And here these are. Aren't they beautiful? I can't wait to show you how I turn trash into these beautiful earrings. And I'll show you how we punch the cards and how we add the little rubber stamp and package it. So if you wanted to sell these at a craft show, these would be darling and make great little gifts. But I'm making them for myself because I love earrings, and I love them when they're not too heavy. And here, I'll put these earrings on so you can see what they look like. Aren't they cute? They're so cute, and you can make them whatever color you want to match your outfits. And I love how lightweight, you feel like you're wearing nothing. So this would make great little gifts and fun to do with your kids or grandkids. That tutorial is coming. I'm waiting for my supplies to come in from Amazon, and I'm going to do a tutorial on this. But don't worry, I'm still going to do sewing tutorials. I love sewing. That's my first passion. But I love all kinds of crafts. I love watercolor. I love acrylic. I love making like earrings, these earrings and cards, and using my watercolors to create cards. I just love being able to mix my different passions together. Like even sewing, I mix jewelry making into sewing. When I make my bags, I sometimes design beads as my little zipper pull and things like that, or decorate the bags with beads. And I love all mixed media. It just fascinates me, and it makes me so happy. We were over there at my sister Annabelle's house, and we were just doing crafts the whole time. And the next morning I woke up, I was like, I can't wait to finish that project because the next day she was going to teach me how to do these earrings, which I couldn't believe. And she came up with this idea, and I asked her permission. She said I could share it with you guys, because wait till you see. That's coming as soon as I get my supplies in and I can film a video on that. But I'm still doing my sewing tutorials, don't worry. But I'll be mixing in a little bit of other crafts here and there. I hope you guys don't mind that. Let me know in the comments if you like that idea. And also, I have another idea that I've been thinking of. I want to do a series that I'll do like maybe 1 or 2 a month, and interview some of my friends and family that have sewing rooms or craft rooms, and show you their craft room and show you a little idea or craft or sewing project that they have. And I thought that would be cool to see other people's sewing rooms and get ideas, because we all like to organize differently. And I filmed a little bit of my sister-in-law's sewing room because she's getting ready to reorganize it, so you'll get to see the before. And then when she finishes, I'll go back and show you the after. She's having someone come in and put in all new shelving, and I can't wait to see how that turns out. So I thought that would be fun. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. Oh, I forgot, I wanted to show you what this little scrappy card we made. I took my watercolor painting that I had left over from making the cards, and we just glued it to some cardstock with some other cardstock that kind of matched my watercolor, and cut out another little hello and made it a beautiful little card. And my sister-in-law Annabelle, she made this pack of cards. It was a giant scrapbook paper that just had lines all over it, and when she cut it into pieces, it looks so cool. And they come in a pack like this. Those came out adorable, just beautiful. And now I have a small Joann haul for you. So after learning all those things she taught me about paper crafts, I had to go to Joann's and buy some paper. And thankfully, the individual sheet cardstocks were on sale for 20 cents each. So I got a stack of papers, of course pink, you know I love pink. So I got some pretty blue, some different cardstock, so that I can make some more cards in the future with my watercolor art. And while there, I found a cute little stamp. I thought this would be cute to stamp on the earring cards. And then I got some ear wires and some little jump rings to make the earrings. As soon as I get all my supplies, those videos will be coming. I ordered a bunch of stuff on Amazon, so I can't wait to share that with you. That cutter is amazing. Okay, here's footage of Annabelle's craft room, and she's cutting my watercolor paper upside down so we don't overthink it. And that cutter is amazing. It has a light on it also, so you can see where you need to cut. It's an amazing cutter. I can't wait to get mine. And here we are picking out cardstock to see which goes with my watercolor.
There you have your card.
Okay, this is where Annabelle keeps all her craft supplies, is in her pantry, which is right next to her laundry room. And that's where she does all her crafting and where she keeps all her supplies. But next month I'll come back and refilm this because she will be getting a makeover done. She's getting all new shelving put in and reorganizing everything. So I can't wait to see how this turns out. She has a lot of supplies. Her husband calls it a Michael's. Lots and lots of crafting supplies. And right outside the door is her laundry room, where she has all this nice workspace. and we made a big mess. But I stayed and helped clean up because I had so much fun with her. She's so much fun to do crafts with. She's hilarious. I can't wait to get her on camera one day. So, I hope you guys are safe, and my prayers go out to everyone that has been affected by that hurricane. It's just awful. But I thank you guys so much for joining me today and sharing your time with me. I really appreciate it. Have a so blessed day. Bye for now.